Oh man. First of all, let me address something. Hey, Carl, how does it feel to know that your college team is not undefeated? Because I know what undefeated college team looks like. You know what I'm saying? You
I
talking
do
about
too.
Ohio State. You
I
know
do
what I'm
too.
saying? Hey, so I gotta take my wins where I can. And hey, and just like that, I'm glad you threw up the four. I'm glad you threw up the four because we gotta talk about the four-leaf clover. The Boston Celtics out here making these trades, man. Look, we thought Drew Holiday was gonna be a Blazer, and that was gonna be it. The Blazers said, "Nah, we're not keeping players no more. We're not even doing that no more. If you don't want to be here,
Mm-hmm.
you can go." And the same thing happened with Brad Stevens. Brad Stevens said the same thing. Oh, you don't want to be here? You can hit the dough too. Told everybody get the stepping. So we got the trade that happened. The Celtics received Drew Holiday, and the Blazers they got back Malcolm Brogdon, Robert Williams, a 2024 first round pick via the Warriors, and they got a 2029 first round pick. So about this four-leaf clover, I mean, me and you the only two that's in the East. So we thought the East was it was kind of weak, but now it's a beast again. They was like, nah, that was too easy. The All Star games, they not evenly matched up anymore. We got to make sure it's evenly matched up. And by you shaking your head, I'm gonna start with you. What was your reaction to this trade?
Well, to say that it's still top heavy. If you think about it, the East is still top heavy. You got the Celtics who just improved their roster. They've been doing it all off season. The Bucks improved their roster as well by getting Dame.
Mm-hmm.
And you still got Philly, who still has James Harden floating around, but he didn't show up to media day today. Um, and then you got the Cavaliers. I mean, I guess you can count them in that because they were a top four seed last year, but and you got the lonely Miami Heat. We up there as well, even though we haven't really improved. We lost. You always
Yeah, don't worry.
every single time, every single time, man.
That's shouldn't have added that. That's gonna hurt after this weekend. I know that. Go
Come
ahead.
But
on, don't speak that.
my reaction was, and it seems like they gave up a lot for Drew Holiday. Um, Now he does improve their team. That's not to say that he doesn't improve their team, and they should be tied with favorites as far as in the East for sure, and then the NBA between with the Bucks because you see what the Bucks did by getting Dame and their team still. But you remember they went and got Kristaps Porzingis. They still got Tatum and Brown. They still got Derek White, and now they got Drew Holiday. So their their defenses should be really good. The only thing is now you don't have Robert Williams, who was one of your defensive anchors last year. He goes to the Blazers now. You lost two of your best defenders this offseason. You lost Marcus Smart, who's
Mm-hmm.
gone now. And you just lost Robert Williams. And I can't forget about Grant Williams, too. You lost him as well. So I still think that they are going to be a problem in the East, of course. They were a problem last year. We had to take them to 7 games in order to beat them. So that was a huge. It was a huge thing. I know for one thing, it's going to be a great matchup to watch the Celtics and Bucks now because that's going to be like a get back game for Drew Holiday for being traded away a day after he said that he wanted to retire as a Buck. So that was crazy. Um, but the Celtics also got to think about this too. Is Kristaps Porzingis going to be healthy?
Mm-hmm.
Timing.
That's something that they really have to worry about. They are taking a chance on this. Remember, they had other injuries when they had Danilo Gallinari, who was out for almost the entire season. When
Was
they
out
went and
the
got
whole year. That was last
when they
year.
had when they got Gordon Hayward, he got hurt the very first game, was out the entire season. So they've been dealing with a lot of injuries on this team throughout the years. But they still have that two-headed monster with Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown. The only thing is Jalen Brown got to make sure he goes to his right and stop going to his left. That's the only thing with that. So the two best teams in the East right now look like the Bucks and Celtics. So that was pretty much my thoughts. And of course, Miami made no move. So
Joe.
All right. So Tomo, those draft picks, they're unprotected, right?
Yeah.
You're not sure. All right, cool. I like to trade for both sides. I like to trade for Boston Celtics. You gotta think about it. Although everybody's upset, they traded away Robert Williams, right? And Michael Brogdon. First of all, Michael Brogdon was upset. Let's start there. He's already upset because they tried to trade him. So that's good. They got rid of him. And Robert Williams, I mean, last time I rechecked, he hasn't really been healthy last 2 years. So and he's been playing limited minutes these last 2 years too. And they got Kristaps Porzingis. So my thing is, we got this team in Boston Celtics who've been in the Eastern Conference Finals like 6 times since Tatum been in the NBA. And they haven't won not one time. So they're in all-in mode. They are the mode right now where they're like, we are inching towards our prime, right? We're still young. We got Kristaps on the off season. We could win. You know what? Let's get somebody who's going to help us in the one area we don't have right now, the point guard position. That's the one area Boston Celtics lack these last few years is the point guard position. That's why in the fourth quarter, every game, they're fumbling the ball. Jaylen Brown fumbling. It's happening. They don't have nobody to settle the troops down and orchestrate the offense. Now, I'm not saying Jrue Holiday is Chris Paul, but he's not no Marcus Smart. I'll tell you that. No disrespect to Marcus Smart. I see the comments. They want to say he's arguably a better defender. No, arguably he is better defender than Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart is all antics now. He could still defend. Last year he fell off a cliff the year before. All right. So I think Jrue Holiday is a better fit for them. And then with the Blazers, oh my God. I mean, what they did with that trade with Dame, they got back some future pieces. I mean, everybody they got back is young. Everybody. And Michael Brogdon might get spinned off again too. You never know, right? Because he stayed hurt too. So I like to trade for both sides. I just want to show y'all a picture of the style lineup so we can just see how lethal this is. Look at this, dog. Oh, my bad. It's the wrong picture. my bad.
Emotional damage.
wow.
I say the wrong picture. My bad.
That's crazy.
My bad.
That's a wild starting five right there, man. That's a wild starting five.
That's messed up. I thought you was my boy, Joe.
It was an accident, Dave. I think Google thought. You click on a picture and it shows something else. I think that's what happened, man. I don't know.
Man, that's insane.
Wow.
But for me, it just shows that Brad Stevens is trying to win GM of the year. He's pulling a Howie. He acting like the Eagles over there. He's like, look, man, if you don't want to be, like I said earlier, if you don't want to be here, you can go. Malcolm Brogdon said he was upset. The injury came. And then he said, you know what? You don't want to act like you don't want to be here this year? I hear Jrue Holiday out there. Let me see if I can fleece some picks together and get some other players out of here. Like you said, Robin Williams with the injury situation, he was able to get 2 semi-injured players, a couple picks off, and got Jrue Holiday back. Now again, Jrue Holiday, that's funny, Joe. I should have made you go last if I knew you was gonna do that. But
yeah, man, that's messed up.
But what they got back is they gave away a little bit of youth, but they also got back a youth and some defense because, again, Grant Williams is gone. Robert Williams is now gone. Malcolm Brogdon is gone. But they also get back some defense with a little bit of scoring because, again, Porzingis ain't the best defensive player in the world, but he going to give you some points when he's on the court. So, again, hence the name 4-leaf clover. So now you got a big 4 who can actually score. And what Brad Stevens thinking to me is also saying, all right, Joe, you said it. We've been in the Eastern Conference Finals. We went to the finals. We know what this big 2 is, but do we have enough time to sit around and keep waiting for them to develop or get us over that hump? Let me get some actual solid pieces around them to see if we can actually get over the hump or if we need to start thinking elsewhere. Jrue Holiday won the finals. He's been in late playoff runs as well, so that's some help. Porzingis, he's got to be healthy enough, but the scoring and the height advantage is there. Looking at the East. So I see where the Celtics is going. For me, the Blazers are doing the right thing too because they getting back young players, semi with a little bit of veteranism. I don't know what Aiton's doing over there with the new nickname. Some always been dominant. No, bro. I seen Domino's pizza boxes that was played more dominant than you. All right. So don't go there with that one. But I like what they doing as far as the rebuild phase. And they telling Scoot, they're like, hey, Scoot, it's on you, man. It's your franchise now. And we're gonna build around you. You, Simmons. It's a young we in the West, so we already know we're gonna be in a couple shootouts. So we might as well get some players back and we got some picks and build for the future. So my reaction is I'm a Wizards fan. That's my total reaction once it happens. I'm a Wizards fan. I ain't got no dog in this fight until we see what happens on the court.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good season. Can't wait.
That was insane.
Sorry,
you should have made that the cover art, man.
No, it might get some views.
It's all good. Dave, you know what?
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.